On March 16th, 1521, after a grueling journey across the Pacific Ocean, Portuguese explorer Ferdinand Magellan and his fleet sighted the island of Samar, marking the first European contact with the Philippines. This momentous event was part of Magellan's expedition under the Spanish flag, aimed at finding a westward route to the Spice Islands. Magellan's fleet, composed of 5 ships and approximately 270 men, had embarked on this ambitious voyage from Spain in 1519. They had endured months of treacherous seas, scurvy, and dwindling supplies. The sighting of land was a significant relief to the weary sailors who had navigated the vast expanse of the Pacific for 99 days without sight of land. The initial sighting of Samar filled them with hope and renewed vigor. The encounter between Magellan's crew and the indigenous people began on March 18th, when a group of islanders approached the European ships. Despite the initial language barrier, Magellan managed to communicate with the locals through gestures and the use of Malay-speaking crew members who facilitated basic exchanges. The islanders provided the Europeans with food and introduced them to local customs, marking the beginning of a cross-cultural exchange that would have profound implications for both parties. In Cebu, Magellan met Raja Humabon, the local chief. Seeing an opportunity to gain influence, Magellan impressed Humabon with European technology and weaponry. He even managed to convert Humabon and many of his subjects to Christianity. On April 14th, a mass baptism took place. Humabon and his wife were baptized, along with several hundred followers. Magellan presented them with an image of the Santo Niño, the Christ child, which remains a significant religious icon in the Philippines to this day. However, not all local leaders were as welcoming as Humabon. On the nearby island of Mactan, a chieftain named Lapu-Lapu refused to submit to Spanish authority. Magellan, perhaps overconfident from his easy success in Cebu, decided to subdue Lapu-Lapu by force. On April 27, 1521, he led an attack on Mactan with 60 Europeans and some of Humabon's men. But Magellan had gravely underestimated Lapu-Lapu and his warriors. The battle turned against the Europeans. Weighed down by their armor and outmaneuvered on the unfamiliar terrain, they were forced to retreat. Magellan, covering the retreat of his men, was wounded by a poisoned arrow and then finished off by Lapu-Lapu's warriors. He died on the shores of Mactan, thousands of miles from home. Magellan's death threw the expedition into disarray. The remaining crew, now led by Juan Sebastián Elcano, decided to continue the journey to the Spice Islands and then return to Spain.